evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to DRS. This is the Dynamic Racing Series F1, Season 16, and it's time for round 2 of the championship here at Reverse Netherlands. It'll be the Zandvoort circuit, just in the opposite direction of its normal configuration. So, I believe are we waiting a few people to join, or so as this is a new round to the championship, never been run before, there is absolutely no data to go off. So regardless, whatever times are set in qualifying and in the race, there's obviously going to be brand new lap records for the league. So while we wait for everyone to ready up, I'm just going to get the track map up. I think we might be ready to go. Looking at the top there, I believe we've got everyone who is supposed to be with us. So we go, countdown is on to qualifying, here we go. Again, there we go. I'm gonna say the game taking its sweet time to load us in, but we are here. No, it's. Let's see, who is the first out? Looks to be an Alpine. So, where are we since last week? So, I think the first thing I can potentially bring up is stewarded report, I guess. These incidents in order? Yeah, kind of. No, yeah, we'll do them in order, because I'll... So, Frosty was reported, had a incident submitted against them for causing a collision, no further action. Same thing for Sloth. Shawnee P tried to submit a penalty removal. There was no further action on that. 1 penalty point for impeding during qualifying going to Shawnee's way, and a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision in the race. Al News got a report for causing a collision, no further action. Sainsy got a 10-second time penalty for a report against him for causing a collision. And Muxie received 1 penalty point for forcing a driver off track. And we will... I would say I'll go through the split championships, because I won't be able to do it during the break between qualifying and the race. Actually, yeah, I can do it because there's a few things I can bring up. As Sainsy sets the benchmark at 1:11.650. Easy Life now betters that with the 1:11.2. Let's see, where is... Okay, let's have a look at the McLaren here of Finley. Frosty now to the top, and Muck's even quicker. Senna, they're going too fast for me to keep an eye on. So where's Finley slotting into all this? He comes second at 10.0, only just over a tenth slower than Senna. And any more times? Dead loaded at 43.8. I think that might have been... Was that a lap that was backed out of? It could have been, because he's minus 29 now according to the split time. Let's have a look into Tarzan Bach now. Usually you're going into that one first, but no, we'll be going into Harry Lundijk first instead. It's a very interesting first corner, I'll tell you that for sure. Is Lord Coleman now the provisional pole sitter with a 109.867? I'll set him off in the comments, I guess. Let's take a look at Swanson. Is he improving? Yes, he is. It's 9.6 up. Not sure what happened on the first lap there. As he comes through what is usually turn 2 and into Tarzan now. Comes to the line 13th. Now the finishing line is a bit further on than you actually think it is. I don't even actually think it's moved from its normal position, which is a bit unusual considering, you know, the timing line is usually a bit closer to the final corner than the first. Here it's about equal. And now Finley, that's a much better... Oh, he's only down by 2 thousandths even. So, let's keep... There's a yellow flag on the start finish there, not sure why. Senna on an out lap now. There's probably, well, knowing Senna, there's gonna be time to find. So we'll actually let's go on the onboard with Senna here. Currently the championship leader after winning last week in Singapore. As he's that is looking very, very tidy there for Senna. It's a very awkward first corner because you're going from fast and there's not much time to slow down before you gotta get hard on the anchors for what is usually turn 13 Kumo Bocht. Again, looking very, very tidy through what is Masters Bocht. Shavlach. Slotermatter. I don't know, I'm not even attempting the Dutch names for these corners. I'm not even doing... Well, I'll cut off the Bocht bit because I think that just means turn. Anyway, into the final turn, Tarzan. Where is this going to put Senna? He's looking very, very good. It's going to be a 109.658. That puts him 2/10 quicker than Finley and Lord Coleman. Very, very good lap for our championship leader right there. Anybody else pushing? Smuggy, he's 0.3 up in the middle sector. Through the new... Well, I think it was always kind of like a band corner turn, but you normally turn 3. But I think it's just been widened and obviously opened up since the renovations a couple of years back. Let's take a look at Mux. He's one of our debutants this season. Got a bit unlucky in Singapore last week, but hopefully we'll be looking to improve on that performance. So I said I was going to do a quick championship rundown because I can't do it during our usual pre-race. So just very quickly, I'll give you the top 5 for the drivers and the splits, and then obviously the constructors. So just actually no, top. Actually, I'll just give everybody scored a point for the overall. We'll do. So we've got Senna on top. At the moment, he got the fastest lap and the pole, which gave him full 26 points on offer. In second place, obviously, Lord Coleman, who finished second. Frosty, Katie Races, Sloth were the top 5 last week. And then we've got Al Newt, Swanson, Centra Finley, Easy Life, 50 Gent, and Simon, the rest of the point scorers. In the overall, we go to teams very quickly. Ferrari, 2 points separate Ferrari Red Bull at the top of the championship. And actually, even Sauber level on points for second place there. Aston Martin 6 behind the Ferraris. Mercedes are 12 behind in 5th. The rest of the teams in order: Williams, Alpine, Haas, McLaren, and unfortunately Racing Bulls with no points to their name, as they did not have a driver, or at least not a full-time driver, in their ranks at that point. I think they have had a driver added, but we've not seen them this evening. And actually, let's go from extreme and work our way down the splits. 4 drivers only in the extreme. We got in the order as they are: Senna, Frosty, Swanson, and Finley. In the pros, Coleman, Smudgate, and Simon. Only 3 drivers there at the moment. Pro-Am, KD Races, Sloth, Al Newt, and Sainsy. Only 4 drivers in that one. And in the amateur class, it is Easy Life, 50 Gent, Muxie, Shawnee P, and Deadlord. Again, well, there's only 5 drivers in that one. I don't know why there's more there than the others. I don't know. Oh, and that's Newton to the wall at Pentry there. It's going to be a very difficult one. That wall just sticks out. I don't know if this is the right way of using the saying, but it sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't even think it is actually the right way to use it, but we ball, I guess. So who is on track at the moment? We've got Shawnee heading into turn 1. Is he on a lap, or is he just finishing? I think he's on a lap here. He comes up to the chicane. Again, an awkward corner in reverse. 2 tenths up in the first sector. Oh, he's hugging the inside of that corner there. I've just given up on calling names at this point. It's what's usually turn 10. And into what's usually turn 8. He's looking very good here, Sean. He's currently we'll round it to the nearest tenth. I think that's 2 tenths to Frosty. But it looks like he's going to exceed that looking at the splits he's been putting in. Here he comes to the line to go 9th. very solid for the Alpine driver there. Let's take a look at Smuggy. I believe he's also onto a lap now. Oh, he's very, very wide there. So there goes that run. Let's take a look at 50 Gent. Yes, yet to set a time. I don't know if that's just through validations or if he's not come out the garage yet. Here he comes. Through Shavelach. Slotmarker. I feel like it's easy just going by corner names because if I do corner numbers I'm going to get confused where we are. See, out of Tarzan, he's coming into the line, he's finally got a lap down, it's a 14.1. But now we come to the final run, Senna is coming round Tarzan right now. Made a bit of a mess of the final corner, but it's still enough to extend his advantage at 109.2. Now the pole position time. Is there anything Finley, Coleman and Mr. Pickle can do about it? Or is there a surprise among us in the field? I believe Swanson's just put himself up to 4th place with the 109.760. Coleman's, I think he's leaving it very, very late to get a lap started. Only 30 seconds left on the timer. Where is he currently on track? He's just at the top end here going into Shavelach. He's going to be cutting it fine, I think. He's going to cut it very, very fine to get a lap in. But we see Finley coming through Hugenholtz and Gerlach into Tarzan now. And by the way, if there's any Dutchies in the chat or is watching this afterwards, please tell me how my pronunciations are. Finley takes himself closer to Senna at 109.3, but not enough for pole position. Low Coleman just missing the time by a matter of seconds. So there's no second run there. There's no final run for Low Coleman. I do apologise. Mr. Pickle, he's just coming into middle sector now. It's going to be very, very close. Let's see what is a time improvement. No, 2.2 down on his time. Muxie in the pits. Shawnee invalidated. Swanson not on a lap. Finley also not on a lap. There's 50 Gents still. Oh, he's in the gravel and invalidated as well. So that is, I think, everyone finished for qualifying. Senna on pole once again here in DRS. But we've got to remember he's also got the Joker lap to sort out later on. I've just noticed 50 Gent did. Apparently, so 50 Gent has improved his time since the last time I looked. He's now on a 12.3. But said he was on an outlap. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just going to have to step away from the mic for a couple minutes. The two AIs are racing here, which will be an interesting visual when I step away from the mic for about, I'll say 5 minutes. I know what the time before the start's only about 3 minutes. I'll do my best to get back before the warm-up lap. But until then, I'll just give you a quick look at the session standings just give you a quick top 10 and then I'll dash off for a moment. Tanner on pole once again, Finley joined him on the front row, Coleman, Swanson, Smug Git, Sloth, Mr. Pickle, Muxie, Shawnee P, and KD Races are your top 10. I will step away for a few moments. I'll be back, hopefully before the formation lap. Apologies for just slightly mistiming my return. Let's have a quick look at the tyres in the grid. Ooh, Senna being different with the hard tyre. Also Easy Life on the hards. Everyone else on mediums. Excuse me. Let's just get me. Excuse me again. Let's get that off. It is now time for the Zandvoort reverse race here in DRS. Just waiting for the last few people to finish the formation lap. And there we are. The calmers of the grid. Here we go. The lights are on. They're out and away in Zandvoort for the very, very first time in DRS history. And it looks like Finley's going to have his nose ahead as they go into turn 1. So a bit of carbon fibre going flying in the background there. Doesn't seem for whatever reason. Whether it was back at the end. Is, you know, different where now of the field don't make if it looks good on screen. Anyway, here we come at the end of lap 1. Senna's nearly a second ahead. I think that's the glitching stopped, at least on the stream. There's the new lap record for this circuit, but it won't last long. Obviously, but now that DRS has been activated in this race, obviously to differentiate it, it'll be the drag reduction device, drag reduction system. I'm an idiot. I think it's been in the sport for like 15 years and I still can't remember the name. I kind of wish I had a face cam now, because you would have literally seen me facepalm the second I said device. Anyway, let's take a little slow move through the field. Let's see how everyone's settling into this race. There's the yellow flag sector 2. Swanson is out. Oh, he's hit. I think Swanson's hit the wall. The little piece of exposed wall at the end of sector 2 there. No safety car or VSC. That's going to have a massive implication in the overall and in his split battle. I believe, I can't remember, but I think I said he was extreme class. Or extreme split, should I say. But now it seems Finley has brought in the gap to Senna. It's now back under a second. Hovering down around the 7 to 8 tenth mark. He's going to have DRS. He's going to have, the DRS down this straight. He's gaining, but he's not close enough to pass. And unfortunately for Finley, there's not going to be another DRS straight for another half a lap or so. So he's just going to have to try and keep the momentum he's just built from that first half a lap. But look at the way Senna's gone through them little curved S's. But I think Finley's close enough to get the DRS. And if you notice on the track map there, the DRS stays open all the way through turn 1. Luckily, it doesn't do a jack doom when you turn into the corner. But yeah, it's a interesting feature of this circuit. Like, it makes sense in the other direction. You're not going full speed when you're coming off of the penultimate corner in its normal direction. In the other direction, when you're attacking that Ari Luijendijk corner at full speed, there's a reason they don't do it in real life. I think Finley's just slipping away. He's still within the second he needs, but the time is not looking to go in his direction at the moment. Yep, without DRS this time. Let's take a look at... Let's go back a bit. Let's take a look at Muxy. Looking very good there in 6th place. He's going to have DRS on the Mercedes Smug Gear here. Smug Gear putting his car just in the middle. No, Muxy can't do anything there. But he's going to try round the outside at turn 2. They're barging. It was tyre to side pod then. And oh, Muxy goes deep into the next corner. He's side by side with Sloth. They're still banging wheels. Muxy seems to get away the better of the two. It was almost a game of bumper cars going through the Hans Ernst chicane there. And a bit more bumper cars in the background. Shawnee and Alden Ute battling away in the background. Shawnee has a bit of a poor run through Chevrolet. Seems to have kept the momentum in his favour. Not sure what's happening to Frosty here. It's I think Shawnee's lost. Yeah, he's lost the right side end plate on his wing. He might have been the one who lost the piece of carbon fibre in that Ari Luijendijk corner on the first lap. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1. Might have been for Deadlord. But again, I'm not sure. Anyway. Whatever it was, the yellow flag has gone in now. Let's move just up here, because look at that. It's now McLaren 2-3. Mr. Pickle up into 3rd place. We missed the move. And now Lord Coleman dropping to 4th. He's still within the DRS range of Pickle, but... I think I know what the problem might be. Oh, Smug gets slowed up. What's happened to Smug Gear? There's a missing piece of wing there. Oh, and that is also 50 Gents, who's had a bit of a moment at Chevrolet. I think I put a bit too much emphasis on that corner name then. Anyway, back to the battle for 3rd. Coleman had a bit of a look into Kumo. No can do there. Now up to Ernst, Hans Ernst chicane. He's going to have DRS on this straight, but again, it's not really a place you can benefit from it unless you're literally on the diffuser of the car ahead. So now it's through what's usually turns 10 and 9. See what I did there, doing it in the reverse. Through Masters, and now Chevrolet. I think this is one of the few corners that's not really changed much in the modifications made a couple years ago. No. Zandvoort. One of the kind of, well, I would say newer tracks to the calendar. Obviously, got a bit of history, it's a historical presence in F1 history, but took about, what? Off the top of my head, it was something like 30 to 40 years for him to come back. And all it needed No, no. A lot of this track is not the same as it was. How many years ago did they change it? It was about 8 years ago. Shawnee into the pit. I take it to repair the damage he sustained earlier. Anyway, these two still battling away. We've got Muxie battling away with Sloth for 5th place. Sloth trying the outside. Oh, Muxie has a bit of a spin there. Oh, I say it was a spin. It was a bit of a catch there. The rear end of that car deciding it wants to do the opposite of the front. It's a another yellow flag. Not sure why. I think that might be Frosty. Oh, I switched away at the wrong time because you saw Muxie had another moment with the rear end. It's a very, very lively horse, that is. Pause. So what's happened to Frosty? Oh, he's lost a piece of front wing. And into the pit he must go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. And now Low Coleman back up to 3rd place. We just moved back to him as the move was made. There's another yellow flag. I think that might be for Easy Life down in 10th place there. So this track already proven to be quite difficult. No, we're just coming up to about a third of race no, sorry, a quarter race distance being complete. So far it seems to be Senna absolutely running away once again. 5 seconds is the leading gap at the start of, well, we'll call it the start of lap 10. Katie races into the pits. I'm not sure if we've got... I didn't really see the tyre info at the start about strategies when we're expecting pit stops. But I can assume, given there's people who've pitted early, I know some have been for wing damage. I can maybe assume 1 or 2 stop. 1 stop might be more difficult. I think Mr. Pickle makes a bit of a mess of Hugenholtz there. He's lost a bit of time to Coleman. Still close enough to get DRS, but made things a bit harder. There, let's move back here. We got Sloth and Al Newt. Is it? The one. It's one of my kind of biggest complaints about these 2022 to 2025 cars. Them front wing end plates are like too thin. And half the times I don't even know if they're like still on or if they're flying off. It's only if I literally see them fly off I literally can't see the end plate. But yeah, there's some angles you don't even know if they're still on or not. Anyways, move back to that battle for 3rd. Mr. Pickles caught the time back up. And I think Coleman, yeah, Coleman's boxing. Same for Finlay, there's a yellow flag. That might be for Easy Life because he was the only car in that sector. Moxie also went to the pits as well that time. So yeah, maybe my expectation, because now we're at a third race distance. Virtual safety car is out. I can't see an obvious cause for it. Either it's very, very delayed, or we'll take a look at Senna here. He's just coming up to buy the pit entry. Is he? Now we've got to remember, he's got to do the Joker lap stop. Is he going to do it this? If he's doing the one stop, he'll have to do it this time. And maybe he might get lucky, because if he does the Joker lap stop under VSC, he's not going to lose as much time as he would. But it's just gone back to green flag as soon as they literally released him from the garage. Now where's Finley? Finley's just exiting Gerlach, which is turn 2 usually. I'm still quite puzzled to what's caused that VSC just then. I got a feeling, given the fact Senna's now on mediums, I think he's electing to do the Joker stop later, when it's not under VSC. And now Frosty is out in the pit lane. Not being the ideal... well, I know he got caught up in a couple of incidents last week. But I don't think that's been the ideal start for Frosty. Let me just double check. Actually, no, he was third last week, so it's a very 50-50 start then, I guess. Moxie now with the new fastest lap of the race at 12.476. The purple sector for Senna here. He's first real lap with the mediums. Chucks it into Hugenholtz there. To be fair, I think in this configuration it should be called actually, I'm not going to say what I was thinking then. That could have been anyway, new fastest lap of the race for Senna. 11.8. Let's just have a quick look. Oh, that's the wrong one. Actually, yes, no, it isn't. There is the fastest lap for everyone. As it stands, Senna is absolutely clear in terms of fastest lap. About 2 seconds the difference, I think, to the next fastest person in terms of time. But look at the lead, 12 seconds. I think, what was it, before the pit stop, it was only like... I know, obviously, well, before Finley did his stop, the gap was only like, what? 5-6 seconds? Oh. Excuse me. I don't know what that noise was. The field's spreading apart a bit, except for here with Sainsy and Moxie. Sainsy on all the tyres. So this might be a very, very short battle. We shall see. Moxie looks up the inside into Tarzan. Very, very tidy. He's going to have the DRS anyway on the exit. But maybe a show of my tyres are better than yours. And that is KD out of the race as well now. Already this newest experiment, I guess. Is it? Would you say it's an experiment? I don't know. Either way, the latest round to join the DRS calendar. It's already proven to be a bit of an attritional one. A proper race of endurance, if you will. And not in the sense of how long the race is, but can you survive it? We're not too far away from half race distance, I've noticed as well. But I stumped there because there's I would say no real battles, but one has just emerged. It's going to be between Sloth and El Newt for 6th place. There's a yellow flag in the middle sector. That might be Sainsy on his brand new hards, or it could be Deadlord, I don't know. I think it might be. Either way, track is now green flag in that area once again. So I'm not sure what exactly happened there. And now I think we've reached the fun parts of the race of me trying to find things to talk about to fill the time when there's no on-track battles. Oh, actually there might be one in a second. But for 12th place, Sainsy's through on Deadlord, but can Deadlord fight back? Should have DRS on Sainsy here. Williams going a bit wide there. Let's go onto his onboard. It was a little bit wide through Shavelock there. And now let's move to a different point of view. Shavelock as a go to center. He's already passed the half race distance. So we'll have, well, 17 to go at the end of this one by the time Senna crosses the line. And look at the gap he has on the two McLarens there. 14.8 seconds. He basically has the entire start finish and that first corner on these McLarens. Incredible pace from the former champion and now championship leader. You gotta remember, I'm not sure, I think it's still in place, the Joker rule. Only reserved for Senna at the moment due to his incredible pace. If you weren't with us last week, just to explain what the Joker rule is, where is it? I did have it somewhere. So yeah, just to explain what the Joker rule is when I keep talking about it when referring to Senna. The drivers in the extreme split, if they are of a certain pace level, they will be required to follow a set of rules to enable some closer racing. And you heard me mention they has to make a stop for soft tyres. That means, I take it at least on one of the stops in the race. As it does say it's in place for 2 rounds, depending, and change if is necessary. So, what will Senna need to do on his next pit stop? He will need to come in for a set of soft tyres, complete an out lap, an in lap, 2 separate laps on them soft tyres, and then make another pit stop onto the tyre he wishes to actually use. So I'm thinking, I think what they were getting. I keep forgetting to change a new party at the start of the races. I've lost train of thought now. My mind has gone jelly. I was literally explaining the rule. And there's a Ferrari in a bit of trouble there, middle sector. I think that's Easy Life who's come into the troubles there. I know I'm just going to leave that, folks. I can't bring it back. No matter how hard I try. Oh, I remember now. So there was obviously, I think we've seen about what, 10 to 12 laps out of mediums. So we're probably expecting Senna in the next, well, any time between now and lap 25 probably. But you gotta remember he's gonna come in probably a lap earlier, lap or 2 earlier than you'd usually expect to do that Joker stop. Some might, no, I'm not going to put my opinion on it. You know, I don't mind the closer racing. It gives me something to talk about. Is this the correct method of it? I don't know. I mean, it gave us some excitement last time out in Singapore. You know, with the all the safety cars and whatever. But here he comes. He's into the pits to do the soft stop, I believe. We will, let's make sure, let's actually go on board with Senna just to see. No, it keeps him on board here, but yep, softs are being prepared by those Aston Martin mechanics. On they go. Through goes, I think that's 50 Gent to unlap himself. Here comes Senna out the pit lane entry, or what is usually pit lane entry. And that'll just be easy life he's just come out ahead of. So what is the gap now to Finley? I don't think there's much difference in that time gap. Let me have a look here. 16.2, Finley did stop the lap before, but we've got to remember that obviously Senna is due another pit stop. Not at the end of this lap, at the end of the next lap. I think he's looking to get 11 laps out of some medium tyres, I assume. Let's go. Let's watch this on board with Senna. He's absolutely flying this with purple sector coming up there. Obviously that means nothing while he is on an outlap from the pits. He's already put another second into Finley. Now I can't remember what the pit delta is around here, but I think everyone's hoping it's about 17 to 18 seconds. Oh, it's a real shame he's got a pit, because these would be insane times we would see if he was allowed to complete an actual flying lap time with the soft tyres. There it goes, through sector 2. Chasing down 50 Gent, but we're going to let him go in a second when we come in to do our final pit stop. Seems to be getting a bit hectic there for second place. Oh, that's the wrong camera. You can just see Senna into the pits to do his actual pit stop. Here we go. Mr. Pickle is currently going through turn, well, what is usually turn 3. I think Mr. Pickle will definitely get ahead here. But how far ahead can he get, and can he hold off Senna when he does come out the pits? Senna's onto new medium tyres. He's currently just past the start finish, and yeah, he's probably just been released from the pit lane. Oh, it's going to be very, very tight if he just settles in behind Finley and Al Newt there. Al Newt probably yet to stop for his final stop there. Finley having to try and ease up not to go in the back of the Williams there. But look at the problem this has caused. Senna is now on his diffuser, but Senna's going to get caught in the double DRS, I guess. Senna's having a look at the inside there. I think he was almost on the curb. He has another look into turn. What is usually turn 9? Oh, Senna, you got to be careful. Them tyres need warming up, mate. And again, how hard he's been pushing, I don't think tyres need warming up. He's already side by. Finley has to back out. You don't think you have much of an option there. Well, let's go up to the Aston Martin there. He's going to have DRS on Al Newt this time, down the start finish straight. And there he goes to the left hand side of the Williams. Oh, he was a bit indecisive. He might have held up Finley there, but didn't know which side he wanted to defend from. But does put Mr. Pickle into the... We just remember Mr. Pickle is the leader but only by about 1.5 seconds. Senna does have softer tyres. There goes Finley up the inside of Al Newt, just to move away from that lead thing for a second. I think those hard tyres of Newt has gone now, but we've got to move back to this lead battle. Pickle looks like he's going to lap the Williams of Deadlord, who's kind of using the pit entry as a way of getting out of the way. That's something, I guess. So we're now 3/4 into this race. We've only got 9 laps to go. There's a second in it for the lead and the win. I think Finley, the time he lost trying to get past Al Newt, it's probably going to affect his chances of being in the chance for being in potential win here. This is going to be a very, very close finish. Let's see, how difficult can Mr. Pickle make it for Senna here? It's about half a second in it. It's going to be even a little bit less maybe. And Senna just makes it look easy. I mean, there's not much you can do to defend against that. I think Mr. Pickle's going to try and stay with him. It might. I think the newness of the Senna's tyres, they're going to just let him get out of reach, I think. It was a good effort from Mr. Pickle in that McLaren. Let's take a little look. I've just realised I've kept gap to leaders on, which I should probably turn off. Let's take a look at 50 Gent and Easy Life here. They're battling for 11th. There's not much time left in this race. Everyone else is pretty spread apart except these two. There's another incident. I think that might be Mux. I don't know what's going on with the sectors and the yellow. I think I know what's going on there. I think the sectors are like the yellow flags on the sectors. I think they're still adjusted to as it would be on the normal layout. So that's sometimes why it may look like there's a yellow flag when it's actually green. There's a spin for Deadlord. He's just on the exit of Hans Ernst chicane there. He's got himself moving again. Oh, let's have a look at this real quick. Battle for 4th. Al News and them ancient hard tyres versus Laura Coleman's fairly middle-aged mediums, we'll call them. No, this is roughly halfway into the stint. I think I can get away with saying that. There we go. The DRS flap is open on the rear wing. He's up the inside in Ari Leyendijk. Pretty simple move there, as we now have 5 laps to go here in Zandvoort. I believe Coleman, yeah, he does have a small bit of wing damage there, the end plate missing. I don't remember seeing when it came off. Another yellow flag. I think that's an Alpine who's gone off. Might be Shawnee P. Yeah, he's back underway now. Let's take a look at this battle between Easy Life and 50 Gent. I know he said Easy Jensen. Oh, it's contact on Gent is around. 50 is around. At the chicane there. Unfortunately put 50 back a lap down. And now Easy Life getting the blue flags because Senna is literally right behind him. Let's see, will he... Is he going to make this easy for Senna? I mean, it doesn't matter, there's the ghosting system here. Muxie seems to have had a spin by turn 9. Managing to get back going again before Smugit can get through. Oh, and there goes Senna, he's through on the Ferrari of Easy Life. Not for position, this is just to put the Easy Life down a lap. It's a good job we don't actually have physical lappers. I think Senna would have been very unhappy if it was a physical car in his way. Let's go back to the Coleman Newt. I do not know how Newt is still on them hard tyres. 20 laps on them, and he's still sticking with Lord Coleman. To be fair, Lord Coleman did just go wide. And does have a bit of wing damage. And just like that, we're on to the penultimate lap. There we go. So let's keep an eye. Do we have a little bit of a last lap battle brewing here? This is for 4th place, just to remind you. Sainsy into the pits. Not sure what. Onto softs. Could that have been the wing damage change? I don't know. Anyway, Senna is just done the final lap there. We'll keep an eye on this battle with Lord Coleman and Al Newt. Although I think it might slowly be fading away in terms of a battle. I'm going to have to be very, very quick because Senna is already halfway around this final lap here. Well, to the organisers, I think Senna's proven in the last 2 weeks you're going to need more than a joker lap to stop him this season, I think. Now, I'm not sure what other methods there are. But here he comes through the final sector. And to win the first ever Zandvoort reverse race in DRS, here comes Senna to the line. And there it is to take the checkered flag, Mr. Pickle and Finley. Oh, Finley spins out just by the line, but he manages to cross it before anything bad could happen. Where's... Oh! And 50 Gents AI has just rear-ended Finley. Coleman... Oh, it's very, very close between Newton and Sloth for 5th place there. Only just, well, 1.102 in it at the line. Here comes Moxie and Smugget. Just waiting on the 2 Alpines of Shawnee, Sainsley, and obviously the Williams of Deadlaw. I think that's just Deadlaw coming around the final corner on the track map there. So we're just waiting on the 2 Alpines now. Here comes Shawnee round Tarzan. 9th place, decent result there. And there's Sainsley. And that's everyone across the line. Another week, another win for the Aston Martin team there. If I remember right, is Senna a one-man team? No, oh wait, no, he's supposed to have Simon, I forgot. But there we go. Another race win for Aston Martin and Senna. A McLaren double podium, which, again, well done to them too. It's taking its time to get us into the results screen. I don't even know if we're going to get a results screen at all. And if we don't, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. We're not getting a results screen. Oh well. Well, I suppose we don't really need. I did call everyone out as they came across the line. Well, before I get left on my own like last week, let's round all this up very, very quickly. Thank you all for watching once again. Let's take a look at where we are next week. We're at Canada. So that's April 28th, next Tuesday, 8 PM GMT, or wherever it is in your time zone, if whoever's watching. I think that's it, really. So congratulations to Senna, Mr. Pickle, and Centra Finley there on their podiums and win. and we will join you next week at Montreal, Canada. Thank you and good night, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we'll see you all next time.